I've been working this a little bit. We got a little bit of a line here on the rear of the shaft, but that's where the last washer was, so that could have caused that. It doesn't feel too bad, so we'll live with that. And the front side, you know, it's okay. It's all right. That's as good as we're going to get. We're going to dust it out, so this will be ready for. I'll wipe it down with a cloth to make sure there's no metal on it, and then I'll oil it up when we put it back in. That's the plan. All right, so I lied. This side's pretty dusty. Okay, so again, I like the brush method. Very gently brush that stuff off. And it seems to be pulling it out of the little pockets, so we're okay there. And that's all I'm really gonna do. I'm not gonna go crazy because this is old and fragile. We don't want to let this fall or anything like that, so I'm going to try to be real careful with this. Gentle, so that I can clean that out. Alright, there's a little WD-40 on here, and I'm just going to go in and give it a little swirl around. And, you know, cleans a little bit out. Then I'll put some oil in around the felt. If I can find the oil. All right, that's a little something. And then this side will be, I'll oil around the bearing internally, so that side's got some oil in it when we go to put it together. Did I say I hate these fucking zoom spouts? Did I mention that yet? Frickin' zoom spout. The funniest part is it's the best one on the market. Silliness. All right. Right now I've got the felts for the rear, and I just hit it with a little WD-40 just to clean the metal one here, and maybe a little bit on this one here, just to clean anything off them that's on them that we don't want it back in our motor. And we'll do it for the other side, we'll be all right. All right, I've got my felt and washer attached to my rotor. There was 2 felts on the back and 1 on the front. Interesting. So we always want to make sure they go back the same way they came. You guys know that already. If you're new to this, that's why I'm saying it. But most of you already know this stuff. Now we're about to ready to reassemble. There's oil on the inside of that bearing on the other side. I'm going to run a little oil through the bearing here just to make sure that it's got oil in it, as Grandpa used to say. Something I like to overdo that a little bit. And then I'm going to put oil on both sides of the rotor and start assembling this. I like to put a little oil on those little felts because they're just going to suck up any oil you put in there. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure my oil's got good coverage all over. And we'll be ready to assemble. All right. All right, here. There we go. Still a little air pressure in there. All right, we still have air pressure problem. A little too much oil maybe. It's free, it's just not all the way down. We'll try and sop up a little of that oil in there. There's a little too much oil, I think. Still. All right, well, we'll see. We're gonna have to see. Now, this down. Again, we should be okay with oil. Just to be sure. Okay. Now we're looking for my witness mark, which is right there. All right, the one thing I forgot to do was mark the stator itself, and now I'm having a hard time figuring out how to line it up. I think I'm closer, but I don't know. This is just a pain in the ass. All right, here we go. All right, I'm getting closer to right. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have to do this another time, but I'm getting closer to it. So, and it's a strange arrangement for these nuts, for these bolt throughs, but it's actually drilled that way. There's not an even amount of holes on every little corner, so this is actually how it's supposed to go. There's also a sticker on this motor. Once I get that ready to go, I'll show you. All right, just tighten the bolts down a little bit, doing my alignment, and spins pretty free. And before it was making kind of a bad noise, so that feels better. I'm going to continue tightening this up, see if it stays cool. Go. Tap, 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 tap. Do your tap, tap, tap. And there you go. It's pretty free now. It was making a bad rubbing noise before. Seems a little better. Seems to spin pretty nice. And let's take a look at that sticker. All right, our sticker says Knapp Monarch model, blah, 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 all the stuff that it says on the tag on the box. It's a Lakewood style tag. We, of course, know that this is a Macmillan, rather. This is a Macmillan tag that they made probably for Monarch Knapp so that they can say, hey, it's our motor, but of course it's not. It's a Macmillan. So let's get it mounted.